Welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't been posting. I had life. In other words, I got a job. And trust me, you don't want to know what it is. It's not interesting. Honestly, you'd be disappointed in me. Also, I'm kind of afraid to say what it is because I feel like it could turn into some kind of a Candyman scenario. You know, I just feel like if I stare in the mirror and say the name 3 times, then my boss is going to appear behind me and say, "Can you work a double this week?" Anyways, what a year it's been, huh? I feel like if you took this year and pitched it as a science fiction idea to Ray Bradbury in the 1950s, he'd say, "You're fired." Okay, to be honest, I don't think he was ever like that, but who could have seen this year coming? You? I don't think so. Well, you might be wondering, how is it possible to cover all of the insane, unbelievable events that happened in the past 11 months? I mean, you can't. You just can't. Well, joke's on you, because I'm gonna try. And not without the aid of wonderful literary devices, such as simile, metaphor, personification, and of course, the good old unforgiving fistful of reality. There's really no good way to organize this video because, I mean, 2020 hasn't been exactly organized either, okay? Give me a break. So I'm just gonna go over a couple of the topics that I find extremely important that you may have forgotten about. Starting with this. Oh my god, look, they're so cute. Unlikely friends forever. We got the little fawn and the little bobcat cuddling together.
No, bitch. They had to run into this office building in California because they had to run away from their homes because the forest was on fucking fire. You thought you were gonna get wholesomeness? You thought you were gonna get some kind of retribution to the good that happened in 2020?
Oh, sorry. I see a question from the audience. Hi, yeah, thank you. Also, love your work. I just wanted to say, I don't think anyone really expected a review of 2020 to have a good spin on it. You know, for most of us, this is probably the worst year we've ever experienced. So the first topic is climate change.
There's such a massive fire rolled through here.
There has been catastrophic damage across the western United States. At least 27 people have been killed in 3 states over the past week.
We are experiencing weather conditions the likes of which we've never experienced in our lifetime.
A sky completely orange at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Now, as disturbing and heartbreaking as these visuals are, what's more disturbing is that there are still people out there that believe this has nothing to do with climate change. Important people, powerful people, government-controlling people.
If we ignore that science and sort of put our head in the sand and think it's all about vegetation management, we're not going to succeed together protecting Californians.
Okay, it'll start getting cooler. You just watch.
No, come again? You want us to watch as you fail to watch your own country go up in flames. All right, man. Enough said. Just go home. And I still think it's important to note here that science has never been 100% correct. It's based on theories. Just like how your 4th grade science project was based on the theory that if you put baking soda in your cute little volcano, it would erupt. And sure enough, unless you really fuck this one up, the theory is supported. Okay, where am I going with this?
Nature don't fuck up.
We're seeing in real time the theories that scientists predicted about climate change are now coming true, and you still pretend it's fake. It's gotten past the point of blissful ignorance. This is destructive ignorance. Ignoring what's incredibly obvious right in front of your eyes and letting people die because of it, it's not right. Oh, but you know what? I bet Donnie never even touched an elementary science experiment in his life, so of course he doesn't know what a fucking cause and effect relationship is. And if you still don't believe me, here are a few examples of insane weather patterns that kind of just blow that argument out of the water. Fire tornadoes. Yeah, this exists. Look, at this point, I don't care what you think about the 10 Commandments. This is smiting. We are being smitten right now. Oh, what's that, old white man? Oh, no. It's not because we legalized gay marriage in America. Shocking, I know, right? No, it's because temperatures are rising rapidly, humidity around the globe is falling drastically, and gender reveals are still one of the top priorities of suburban Americans. And before you ask, no, it's not
Forest management.
hurricanes. Lots of hurricanes.
Overnight, it's the opening act of a hurricane double threat.
With 2, or at least the possibility of 2 hurricanes in the Gulf of Mexico at the same time.
Hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses are without power.
We never thought it was going to get this bad, and, you know, here we are.
This makes me want to ram my head into a brick wall that's also on fire and uprooted by hurricanes. Yeah, no shit, Mr. Marty McFly hairdo-looking, armpit sweat, nylon tank top wearing ass. Turns out the world does change when you have your head up your ass the whole time. Okay, I'm gonna step back a little bit. Am I being too aggressive? Yes, but also
Unheated.
Ice caps melting.
Scientists say polar glaciers are shrinking at an alarming rate.
It's really time we stop hitting the snooze button and wake up to the climate emergency.
I'm gonna start this part off with a little bit of humor. Who doesn't love humor? Everyone loves humor, right? Makes the best of a terrible, terrible situation.
If not taken seriously, scientists predict the Arctic could be ice-free in the next 20 years.
And just like that, the tip of the iceberg is going to turn into just the tip. Yeah, I'll show myself out. But you know what? There really isn't anything funny about this. It's just depressing. And before I get into my next segment, just roll the clip.
Water. Earth. Fire. Air. 100 years passed and my brother and I discovered the new Avatar, an airbender named
Joe Biden.
And although his airbending skills are great, he has a lot to learn before he's ready to save anyone. But I believe
Joe Biden
can save the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Alright, so for this segment, I'm going to bring out my trusty book of figurative language. You got me, I don't read. But I'm going to do my best to keep this conversation PG by using the metaphor of possibly my favorite trilogy of all time, Lord of the Rings.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys!
Oh, I see we have another question from the audience. Yeah, you with the short curly hair. Looking good, by the way. Oh, well, thank you. But how does Lord of the Rings have anything to do with... Okay, here's where I draw the line. You can't just ask questions about any old thing. I'm getting there. And look, in all honesty, if you haven't watched Lord of the Rings already, what have you been doing with your life? Stop this video right now and go watch it. Alright, you done? Moving on. So as much as I would love to give Donnie the esteemed title of Sauron, the big bad evil guy who turns the entire world around him into fire and rubble, I really can't give him that much credit, even though, yeah, his skin is orange. So for the sake of simplicity, let's just say that Sauron embodies, capitalism. Now, Trump over here, he's more like the little maggot bitch boy to Saruman that helps poison Theoden the King. Wormtongue.
China!
And as ironic as it is, I see Biden more as a Theoden. Oh, no, not this Theoden. I'm talking about the poisoned one. You know, the one that can barely speak a sentence even if a teleprompter is right in front of him. Did I say that?
Well, we're going to be providing, but we're going to be requiring...
And if the upcoming election goes the way that most people predict, it'll happen like in the movie. Wormtongue gets thrown down the stairs.
You're fired.
And Theoden becomes a somewhat respectable leader again.
Folks, America's an idea.
And sure, if we wanted to expand the metaphor, I could definitely see Bernie as Frodo and AOC as Sam, but with a little twist. Bernie becomes Boromir when he is shot down by the arrows of the DNC.
Today, I am asking all Americans to support your candidacy.
Okay, I could go on, but the point here is that this election is ridiculous. Neither of the candidates are main characters or even supporting characters. They never will be. And I think what pains me the most here is just how transparent these candidates are in their attempts to get certain votes. I mean, it seems as though Donnie is completely relying on his sadistic fanboys, not to mention the Proud Boys, and his unproportionately loud mouth in order to keep his boat afloat until the election. But Biden, man, he is really trying to win over the suburban moms with selling fly swatters and putting his sign in Animal Crossing. Like, come on, it's a $60 video game. Do you really think that you're aiming at the inner city or minority or unprivileged population of America?
Come on, folks.
To be honest, I think the results of this election will be shocking to Americans no matter what happens. Because the fact of the matter is that we got ourselves into this situation in the first place. But I cannot stress this enough. Neither candidate being elected is a victory for America. Americans, including and especially myself, have a long and arduous road ahead of us if we ever want to see real change in our country or in the world. Anyway, where was I? Oh, I still haven't talked about the global pandemic that's still raging around the country. Oh, but you know what? I think I've said enough for today. If in the future you want to see me do more videos about current events, or maybe even try to make a video about the positive aspects that came out of COVID-19, I don't know. Let me know by supporting this channel. You can like, comment, subscribe, send me money, kiss my ass. And for the love of planet Earth, stay safe, wear a goddamn mask, wash your hands, and vote. I'll see you next time. Or not. We might be in an apocalypse, in which case I'm gonna go on Amazon and order a samurai sword to cut Jeff Bezos' head off. Until then.